Learning from a clinical side as in by training and neurosurgeon to research that made me to understand what that made me to rethink myself. And that, oh, you just had to Google my name.
Hello everyone, I'm Cherie from South Africa. I'm interested in the latest science and technologies, especially in the medical field. With more than 30 publications and associated work, and teaching at many hospitals internationally, I proudly introduce Dr. Pradeep Mahajan. Let's begin with the questions. Okay. So, Doctor, how did you start? How did you begin with StemRx? How did you begin? What made you start?
StemRx.
Yes.
Oh, in fact, Cherie, my journey from a clinical side as in by training and neurosurgeon to research wasn't just an accident to understand what's the human biology, how the human biology works, and that has led me thinking over, are we treating the patients only signs and symptoms, or are we going to repair the bodies? That made me to understand why some of the patients are not getting any response in any kind of treatment when practice the standard medical care. That made me to rethink myself, and that philosophy in my mind, which was glowing and glowing, to find out the reason, are really certain diseases are not treatable or any other reasons are there.
Okay.
So I made up a mind to go to the molecular research. What exactly is happening at the cellular level? So as I could develop my protocols, designs of the treatment for the disease, what the world calls them as unmet need, where there are challenges. Normally this stage when it comes, I was calling it to be health crisis. Health crisis means there are hundreds of diseases are there, which still we don't have any solution. And we leave them at the mercy of nature to live and die. That's what the word you said, sad, that was impacted in my mind. And that gave me a blow to make, let's go back to primitive science of biology, which we learned sometime in the school times of 10th and 12th standard, and then started my life going back to zero. And then I felt, yes, we can have a solutions to these unexplained diseases, what we call today as uncertain or empirical, where the definitions are not known. So that made me to start a new thought process into research and find out unmet needs and try to find the answers to those questions, which were questions for last 100 years. These were questions for last 100 years, because the journey of modern medicine started somewhere in 1900. And today we have crossed 20. It's more than 100 years. It took 100 years for us to find to answer these questions. And this 30 years of journey has resolved so many difficult problems. This is why we suffer, what are the causes, how can repair. So that made me to start StemRx. And I believe my journey, this has been a very wonderful experience of last 10 years. And it has made me change my thinking process to look towards the disease.
Wow.
So I look in a very positive sense. Most of the diseases, most of the sufferings of the human being can be not treated, can be repaired, can be corrected, can be brought them as if they were before having the disease. This is a wonderful journey of mine.
That brings so much hope.
Yeah, it's a hope. I mean, that hope made me to come here. If there was no hope, I would have not tried so much hard efforts.
Okay. So, the biggest question that everyone asks is, what are stem cells?
You are asking this question as a basic molecule to know what I'm working for.
Okay. Yes.
We as a human being, one, animal as an animal kingdom, plant as a plant kingdom, microbacterium as a proctobacterium, all of them are made up of cells.
Yes.
And this cells is a journey of evolution from a single cellular to multicellular. Now, these cells represent as a unit of function of the body. Unit of function of the body. These small units or cells comply to make your whole body when they merge together with different functions. Otherwise, it's a functional unit. Now, this functional unit has to have somewhere journey to start. So, the stem cell is a master cell of your body, which comes from your embryonic journey. When a sperm and ovum fuse together, they make an egg. This egg represents the whole history of your life. Who are you? What are you? What is your color? What are you going to be suffering from? What are your hair colors to be? What is your pupil color? What will be nature? What you are suffering from the disease? And also it records information of your entire disease profile in the life.
Wow.
Genetic disease or not, what the future going to be there, even that is recorded there. Now, what I would like to say, a cell which carries the whole information of your body,
Yes.
of your life, you have to call it a master cell, as a master cell. And this master cell, in a scientific way, we call stem cell, which starts your journey of your life. From, if it happens for small animals, it happens for bacteria, it happens for unicellular life, it happens for multicellular organisms, it happens for animal kingdom, plant kingdom, and human kingdom. But it starts with the cell. And everything what we spoke, starts with the stem cell. And that stem cell has that kind of genome, that kind of DNA, that kind of RNA, that kind of molecules which are called as bioactive molecules, which are called as growth factor, exosomes, and all other molecules which make this whole body functional. It starts journey with the stem cell. That is a stem cell.
Yes. Wow, that is very complex.
It's a complex stem cell. Rather, I would say the way your body is complex, cell is a complex. Universe is a complex. So I put into two categories. One is a microscopic world, which works at the cellular level, what you want to ask me today. Second is a macroscopic world, where we are working as the human being or animal kingdom, or human kingdom, earth living. But it all is formed from a micro world, that is the stem cells.
And how does Stemorx use
As I spoke to you, if you remember my words, what made me to come in this science is very important. What made me become this science is using cells as a drug.
Okay.
Cell products as a drug. Not paracetamol, ampicillin, insulin, or any kind of drug as a drug. Because there's a big difference. Stemorx works in a different philosophy. It has got understanding that non-living molecules and living molecules. And Stemorx knows when I talk of a cell and I want to use a cell as a drug molecule, then the entire concept changes in the medicine, because cell is a living, breathing entity.
Yes.
It breathes, it produces metabolites like you and me. So, but it's a unicellular. It knows the function of repairing the body, which subconsciously it is doing wear and tear in your life. Repairing, wear and tear of your life is maintained by these cells.
Body can heal the body.
Yes, very correct. You took the right subject. Body can heal body. Now these cells are one which are understood by Stemorx as a science of living drug molecule.
Yes.
And I work using these cell components and cell products which are belonging in your body. We take of a bone, you take a bone marrow, you take a dental, hair, skin, you talk of any tissue of your body. It is maintaining its wear and tear. So I work in a Stemorx to convert these wear and tear mechanisms of the body using cells which are doing into therapeutic applications. And I convert them into therapeutic protocols. So to treat almost every type of disease, from genetics to the basic fevers or any kind of pain stories.
So the cells know how to repair. How do they know where to repair? Do they
Yes.
It's almost
No,
like
I
a
got your
private
question.
brain.
I got your question. Remember one thing. Cells are super intelligent.
Okay.
They are more intelligent than us.
Okay.
They know what is their duty. The way we specialize in our subjects, the cells get specialized in their subjects. Like cell functioning for brain will have function related to the brain only. Your liver cells you cannot put in the brain to function. Liver will have liver cells, those are hepatocytes.
Okay.
Their job is specializing to maintain the metabolic function, enzymes for your digestions in the body. Hematopoietic function, hormonal functions, these cells maintain the body liver. Similarly, kidney has a function, they are specialized. The way we have specialized, they are cells have specialized function in the body.
So like red blood cells, they know when you get cut.
They know their job very well, specifically. I'll give a simple example.
Yes.
I'll give you how they are intelligent. Remember one. In a normal course of life,
Yes.
when you have got a normal hemoglobin, around maybe 13.5 grams of hemoglobin in your body,
Okay.
in spite of that, if you are taking everyday iron and B12, do you think your hemoglobin go to 20? No. Why? Because your cells in the intestine are so intelligent, she knows, this intestine knows, the cells in the intestine knows, my stocks of iron and B12 are perfect in the body. I don't want that in the body. It will expel out.
Wow, okay.
That's the beauty of these cells. They know their job when they are healthy. But I had my question. When they are healthy. But if they are not healthy, they forget their function. That is why we land in the disease.
The stem cells can repair anything because they're
Not anything. Don't over make an statement of
Yes,
that. Not anything.
honest.
No, it's an overstatement then.
Yes.
Rather, not everything they can repair, but definitely they can repair some of the things which make your life more comfortable, improve your quality of life instead of suffering with the standard medical care, and we don't repair the body. It's repairing, like you can say muscles, joints, ligaments, hairs, skin, liver, brain, heart, intestine, kidney, all they have got reserves of stem cells.
Yes.
They are maintaining their wear and repair and tear. So my question remains, how do we use them?
Yes.
How do we use them? The stem cells have these technologies to use them in the right direction and make those cells know their duties in your body.
Yes.
What to do, where to go. There are certain signaling factors in the body which drive them to their destination places for repairing.
So that actually leads me to that question. So I know that Stemrx has the integrative therapy that go along with stem cell therapy.
Very correct.
How does that fit in with the stem cell therapy?
Cherry, this is a very wise question. I have seen globally, I go around the world to deliver my talks, even in universities to teach. There is a misconception happening that alone stem cells can do everything. No, it's not true.
Okay.
It's not true. We need a really microenvironment in the body for them to function.
Okay.
And when the microenvironment in the body is unhealthy, that is, we call them hemostasis of the cells or hemostasis of the body organs is lost.
Yeah.
Hemostasis, which is supposed to be environment function to communicate each other and give proper function to the cells to produce enzymes, hormones, proteins, lipids. That is not taking place because the microenvironment is not healthy. So I call disharmony. If I convert this disharmony into harmony, then the results are much better with these stem cells. So what we do, this disharmony of the microenvironment of the body, where extracellular matrix and cells interact with each other, play with each other, communicate with each other, and different organs communicate with each other by different ways. Like there is a way by communication by touching each other, that is juxta, releasing some molecules, that is at a distance, paracrine, endocrine, are the ways by which we can use the cell functions to repair the body. Now here, we make these basic functions very important to understand. and apply them as StemRx to change the microenvironment. This integrated therapy we work it like. The integrated therapy includes the various kind of neuropeptides, gastropeptides, skeletal-muscular peptides, anti-aging peptides, hormone peptides, which are the chains of amino acid. We synthesize here itself in our lab, depending on patients' personal, precise medicine requirements. Then we work on quantum energy medicine. This is a very different aspect because your cells, when they function with electricity.
Yes.
To produce these enzymes, hormones, proteins, they require some energy. And that energy has to be restored back before giving stem cells. So what we do, we restore the function of electrical impulses, charge the cells, charge the mitochondrial function, and then come with stem cells. So that's the reason we work integrated management of stem cell technology using various modalities from herbal, homeo, electrical energies, peptides, then growth factors, then quantum energy, and support of taking all this, we use stem cells or regenerative medicine power. So as the optimum result of that particular thing we can achieve it. Optimum result.
So this is including physical?
We have physical, all your rehabs, exercises, all those play a major role.
So I also want to know, is there anyone that this therapy can't be used for?
This is a really question very often comes to me. From the parents, many of the interviews, can this technology of regenerative medicine, stem cell and integrated management cannot be used in certain conditions? Yes, there are certain conditions where we need to know where they will not benefit.
But you're still researching this.
Not everywhere. There are certain conditions. Rather, I would say when your damages are beyond repairable, don't expect it.
Such as?
You can consider damages at the stage where you can call stage 5, stage 6. We can do a repairing job to some extent, but not much beyond that. So don't expect much results in this condition because there is no magic here. It's a science which works here. It's science works
Research.
here. So we should know what are the outcomes can come. Because if you think you can bring an outcome which is 100%, which is wrong.
Yes.
There is a probable repair. How much repair you have to be aware of before starting the treatment. So conditions which are 100% repairable, conditions where there is a partly repairability, conditions where the response may be there, not very good. So those things we can, with the experience you can get it like.
So it's not a cure?
You cannot say not a cure, because I don't believe there is a word called cure. Cure means nothing should happen afterward.
Okay.
That's called a cure. But there's no guarantee. Anything can come back to you. So there's no cure. It is repair. Again, I use the word repair.
Okay. So we're looking for repair and improvement.
Yes, because when we are talking of improvement and improving the quality of life for the things where there are no available treatments. I repeat myself. No available treatments.
And now there's hope.
This is a hope. Very good.
It's very important.
Maybe today we are the baseline.
Yes.
But wait for 20 years. This will become mainstream science.
I really do hope so.
It has to happen.
Yes. So does it work the same for everyone? Does everyone get? So if I have a problem and someone else has the same problem as me, okay, will we get the same result?
No. Let me make this straight clear here.
Okay.
Everybody's body to respond is different. Stage is different. Disease presentation is different. Body's immune system is different. So don't compare the results.
Okay.
The outcome will be same. Outcome may be different, but they will improve.
So I suppose everyone's body is different?
Yes, every cell is different. Rather, body you are talking. As your own body cells are different.
Okay. How do you measure the results?
A very well question. Now, whenever I see the patient, I principally follow three important factors. First factor is age of the patient. Second factor, morbid conditions like diabetes, hypertension, renal problem, hormonal problem, obesity. Likewise, these are the morbid conditions affecting the response. Okay. And third and most important, stage at what we start the treatment. These three factors are basic factors to assess, evaluate, and give the outcomes.
What I'm hearing is there's different stages in the condition that you're struggling with. Does age have a factor?
Age plays a very important factor because when we divide our human life, or anybody's life, yes, even animal's life, there's a fact, there's an age where body is building up, okay, to the age of reproductive age. Means where the person or the family can start reproduction, the next generation.
Reaches maturity.
Maturity, maybe around 20 years you can consider a human being. Yeah, plus minus you can consider. Okay. The second phase of life starts when you get the maturity, where the building of body structure is no more required. The protein production to build the muscles, body, height, hormone levels is no more reliability. The body milieu changes, your complete body milieu changes. Body milieu changes from a building of proteins to maintaining the levels now. So the entire blood composition changes, your cell function changes, your responses will change. After 45 years, 50 years, where I call there's a decline, little decline. The repairing or maintaining is decreasing and damages are increasing. And this depends on body's profile, which is called as the immune system, hormonal system, and also called as environmental effect on your body. If these 3, 4, one external factor and two internal factor are responsible to take a call of the response of the disease with the age related. After 50 and 60, your body has more of a senescence cells, apoptic cells, which play a major role to secrete inflammatory cytokines. So don't expect results as you are going to get results in the age of 10 years, in the age of 15 years, in the age of 30 years, and the age of 70 years.
Okay, so
the reason age is playing a major important role.
So the younger ones replicate, or let's say, grow faster.
The reason younger one has to go to the age of adolescency, that is the reproductive age.
Okay.
That is called your growth is complete now. Any species, that has, thereafter he has to maintain that profile and then go to. There is the aging process. So age plays a major role to define the outcomes and results.
I was talking to someone in the hospital. I like to socialize with everyone.
So you have been interacting with the patients?
Yes. Okay. Have to. And someone was also saying the home support makes a big difference.
Yes, definitely. Home support is the first thing to go into a positive response because cells always respond to the environmental factors. And family support or home support is a very big role to heal the diseases. I would always insist in the conditions where the patients come to me, please keep the environment positive. Home support, keep them to give a confidence. And that changes the response of the cells also.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
your mind and your body work together.
Wow. If you know, there is a philosophy called body, mind, and healing.
And stemcellafrica.
Stemcellafrica follows
to keep them
that.
together.
Yes, together.
But people have to travel. You've got international patients. I've seen everyone from every country here. It's amazing. So people have to travel to India to get treatment. Why don't other countries?
Yeah, it's a very good question, Shadi. One thing, let me tell you, these technologies are very customized, personalized, and precision making. To go into different countries, it takes a journey of the 50 years. They are coming up certain areas of the world where the research facilities are there, environment is healthy, financial support is there to do the research, and these things play a major role to bring this. I always prefer three pillars. One, a support of basic scientists to develop this technology. Second, a clinician who has to apply it. Third, finances to bring in the industry. And fourth, most important, is a political support which creates the regulatory environment which supports all things to improve. So one has to have this regulatory support, government involvement, academic involvement, lab involvement, doctors' involvement, and basic researcher involvement. It's not a one person's job. It's a job of entire community. And the community comes from an individual to the government. Academicians, I repeat, industry, I repeat, finances, I repeat, politicians, I repeat, basic research, I repeat, and the brains to use this again to develop new brains, new technologies. So we have to have that kind of number of researchers, technicians, and all those things we require there.
And STEMRx is on it.
STEMRx is following all these paths. So at STEMRx, we have an academic program which is approved by American Board of Regenerative Medicine.
Wow.
So I being a diplomat of American Board, so I have brought that technology here, our teaching program. Then we in India, we have an approved program for the University of Maharashtra, where I stay in the state in India. Maharashtra is a state. And this state, there is this big university which runs by the state government to run the health programs. So from the government, I have an opportunity to take this technology to the people, to teach them, doctors, nurses, or paraclinicals, to them to get into technology and bring them and give them the knowledge and certifications. That is one part. Then the second part is STEMRx, we do research, basic research, which has to be translated to the clinical side. Now the beauty of STEMRx is that I being a basic researcher and I being a clinician, this translation becomes an easy journey. And having all the regulatory support, getting compliances, academic, will be a wonderful journey for STEMRx to go ahead.
And you're publishing all your findings.
Yes, everything we
shared with the
publish,
world.
everything, yes.
That's amazing.
And also our intellectual rights we reserve with the patents.
Wow, okay.
That's
Can you tell me about those medical publications where...
Oh, you just have to Google my name and you will get a lot of them. Oh, I mean, there are papers published for MSK, musculoskeletal disease.
Okay.
For brain like autism, palsy, Alzheimer, aging disease, dementia, you will find papers. You will find some papers on nutrition also. You will find some research paper on skin also, cosmetics.
Any books?
Yeah, books are there. You can just...
Where do you find them?
There is a book which I am currently publishing is called a pill to cell journey and a living drug molecule. This you will get shortly.
That is extremely exciting.
This is a journey of mine which is taking me from pills to cells.
From pills to cells.
Why I left my pills to learn cells, one concept. Second, a living drug molecule. And also on autism, I'm bringing a very good book which is called The Rewiring of Brain, which is lost in the autistic. So how do we rewire it?
Okay.
So rewire is again a concept. Everything starts with a concept hypothesis. This was my hypothesis last 5 years I was thinking, how do we rewire? So I prepared a protocol specifically I would like to highlight here. It's called a sandwich protocol for all neurological conditions.
Okay. And how does that work? Why is it a sandwich?
Oh, it's a sandwich with sandwich. Like when you eat a sandwich, you feel tasty.
Okay, yes.
When you eat a sandwich, protocol of treatment of mind, you get the better result.
Okay.
So I work upon internal milieu of the body and external milieu. These two things get me a wonderful result.
Wow, okay, so the sandwich protocol is very important. What is it? Can you tell us anything about it? Or must we go research a bit on your case?
Oh, in fact, to tell you more, because every patient is a different patient, let me tell you, it's a personalized, customized, precise treatment. So what I define for a person may not be true for the second person. And I'll excel a little more to you. What I am defining a protocol today for you, and if you come after 6 months, 1 year, it will be different again.
Yes.
It will be different again.
Okay.
You can ask me why.
Why?
Because science is dynamic. Science is dynamic.
Yes.
Every day we come into new research. Every day we need to come new findings. So we need to connect the tags between old and new and upgrade science.
Is there any risk or negative effects?
It's a nice question. I would like to just highlight properly, very sensible on this question.
Okay.
Because there are different sectors in the world, in the community, in the society. When we talk about the side effects and challenges, there's a society,
Okay.
there's a science.
Okay. Society and science are
Science and society
not the same.
are two different.
Okay.
We have to put a balance between science and society.
Okay.
And that is coming as a safety. That's coming as safety. Whenever we talk of a new science, society is concerned.
Of course, there should be.
It's a concern whether these kind of therapies or challenges or these kind of technologies, do they have side effects?
Yes, people want to know.
Do they have long-time side effects, generation side effects? But today, commenting of generations is not possible to me, but definitely I can comment on areas of side effects or complications of today. To enlighten the society and remove the myths. Because there are a lot of myths happening in the science. Particularly whenever new science comes, always a philosophy of snake oil shops are there. This always.
This is a
But here I would say rather, as far as complication side effects are concerned, you should always be aware. Cell is a living being entity.
Okay.
It has got specialization. Stem cell, though may not be specialized, it has to become specialized.
Alright.
Okay. The risks are there in the factors when you use embryonic stem cells.
Okay.
More so. So mutation, carcinogenicity, responses, differentiation, with the cell differentiates, suppose it goes to some other lineages, are the big challenges. But here,
Yes.
in adult cells, this is not there. And when you use your own cells, still more safe.
So which kind of stem cells?
Your own cells, like you can use bone marrow cells,
Okay.
which has got a cocktail of cells, like you can say mesenchymal cells, mononuclear cells, APC cells, VACL cells, progenitor cells, multiple of them are there.
Yes.
We have to isolate them by the basic philosophy of density gradient, all enzyme technologies, and we use those. The other type of cells which could be safe are mesenchymal stem cells. Those are developing our tissues in the body. They are present every organ in the body. And the third type of cells which could be safe are natural killer cells. Natural killers. Platelets, natural killer cells, and mesenchymal cells are the cells which can be used much safer and also allergenic. We can give means one person to other person. But there are many studies are going. There are a lot of studies are going on that to prove the safety also. Though scientifically it is, but we have to prove in the lab. We have to prove in the studies, clinical trials.
Yes.
These studies are going on, and probably a lot of these trials will give a highlight for us, and also give an opening new doors to see cell therapies are changing people's life.
And which is the best stem cells to use?
If you see on a safety ground, autologs is the best.
Like what do you? So
Autolog is the best.
The best you recommend that for?
Little risk, allogenic.
Okay.
More risk,
Body won't reject it, is that kind of thing?
which one?
Your body doesn't reject your own cells or something?
They don't reject your own
Okay.
cells, but other cells they reject it.
Okay.
So we need to be very careful understanding.
So that's
And the other cells, the embryonic stem cells, which I don't recommend, I don't do, and I don't think they will come in a clinical practice in future, except IPSC, which are getting nowadays under regulation, some conditions.
IPS?
Indus pluripotent cells
Okay.
are like similar to embryonic stem cells.
What would you say to someone if they say no, it doesn't really work?
I would say rather he needs to understand the body first.
Yes.
If somebody says it doesn't work, then probably his body is not repairing.
Okay.
His basic system is wrong then. Basic means if the stem cell doesn't work, cell doesn't work, means body's functions are not correct.
Okay.
Or you're not applying correct. You're not delivering rightly. You're not targeting rightly. You're not using cells correct.
Okay. So, but I suppose someone who has never been for it before and doesn't work in the field, they should.
They can always enlighten themselves. They can always enlighten themselves to understand. Even when you practice, I always say, understand the science first before you apply the technology.
Yes. And there's so many papers on it.
There's so many papers. There's so many. I mean, if you Google, you'll get hundreds and thousands of references.
Books that's coming out.
Researches are there, books are there, papers are there, classes are there, degrees are there. Today, even I'm running a degree for the doctors. Even I run webinars, various webinar program, weekly webinar program for the orientation of the community people. We conduct every week seminars just to update, acknowledge them.
Yes. This is amazing. I can really see that this really gives so much hope. I think I can't think of anything else to ask right now. Is there anything that you would like to add?
Definitely I would like to, towards the end of our discussion,
Yes.
I would definitely add certain things. Two messages for the community, message to the scientists and message to the doctors. One is community should be aware of what they are doing it. Community. They should always look into pros and cons. They always should ask questions. They should always look into basic research. They should always look into basic research. They should always work on academic programs before they select any therapeutic protocol. For the doctors, they should also understand the science, how to use the stem cells. What is the function of the stem cell in the body? Means biology of the human body they should understand, and their applications, how to apply, and also integration program they should learn. And most important, basic scientists, they should always work on making the concept a proof. Any concept which becomes a proof.
Okay, so
That makes a translation easy.
okay,
So you can't jump directly.
no.
First concept of proof, then go into trials, and then the trial results give us the basic scientific explanation to take a protocol to the community, subject, society.
So that everyone
Everybody can take
have
the
a
benefit.
chance.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mahajan. You've really taught me so much today and opened my mind. And it's really I feel very hopeful after this. This is very nice.
In fact, I'm really thankful to you. You all the way came from South Africa, taken so much efforts to understand this new science and spend hours, days here to see the patients, to see the responses, technologies. And you invited me to make this event happen for the public, for the community, for the society. I'm obliged. Thank you. Thank you, audience, for to listen to me. Thank you, everyone.